I wouldn't want anyone to do that on me, so why should anyone do it on animals just because we can? If the animal did die for natural reasons, would you think it would be okay to then use it?
What do you think about animals?
Animals? I don't love them, but I don't have anything against them. But I have a dog, so I like them.
Okay, I love animals. Yeah.
Why do you love animals or like animals?
Because, I don't know, I just feel happy when I see them.
Yeah, would you agree that, you know, they have personalities and they value their lives, they can be happy, they can feel sadness?
Is this about the vegan festival?
No, it's a vegetarian festival.
Vegetarian, okay. I was like, wait, I feel like I know what
Okay.
this is about.
What do you think about animal abuse?
Not good, oh my god, of course not.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Why don't you think animal abuse is good, or why don't you like it?
Because it's like, I wouldn't want anyone to do that on me, so why should anyone do it on animals just because we can?
One of the best answers I've gotten today.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. No, the same as she said, and you.
Don't do to others what you don't want people to do to you. Yeah, I think that's a very great moral compass for us to use in everyday situations, right?
I agree.
Yeah. What do you think about the animals we enslave, exploit, and send to the slaughterhouse on our behalf?
I think it's terrible. And honestly, I went vegetarian for 1 year because of that, and a YouTuber I follow who's vegan.
Yeah.
However, I stopped. I stopped being vegetarian because I didn't have enough knowledge and it was too difficult. I went down in weight.
I understand.
Yeah. So, but I would wish to be there again. I just need to take more action.
Okay.
Yeah, I eat meat sometimes, not much, but I do eat chicken. Yes, so I don't feel like I can say anything about it, but I want that they do it in the right way.
Okay. So can you explain me what is the right way to take someone's life when it's unnecessary?
I agree with that, but I think it's like different way to do it. You can do it more
You can do it nicer, yeah?
nicer.
Yeah.
Like you don't have.
What would be a way that you would consider nice or good enough for you?
I'm very bad at English. I want to explain it in Norwegian.
Yeah, I see.
It's bad and in English,
You can think
but
about it.
You can say it in Norwegian, maybe I can translate.
okay. For eksempel at de har hatt et godt liv lenge. At de har had a good life for a long time, and when they do die, I think det er en del av prosessen.
When they die naturally, you think, or?
Yeah, when they do die naturally. Or
Do-
fast, that they don't suffer for a long time, like they don't are in small cages for a long time, that it go fast. That you have been outside and had a nice life, and then when you're going to die, it go fast.
Okay, so as little pain as possible.
Yeah.
Would you, in a human context, would you think this was okay? For example, if someone took your life or one of your family members' life, or my life, or some stranger's life, it would be then okay to kill them as long as it was quickly and painless?
Of course not, but I do think, since I'm not a vegetarian and I eat meat, I have to stand for it. But when you say it like that, of course I agree with you, but I do think that it's a part of livet, eller sånn.
Eller...
Ja, jeg vet ikke.
Yeah, so the great thing is that it doesn't have to be a part of life. It doesn't have to be a part of your life, at least, as an individual, because you cannot stop people from raping others, killing others, stealing and these things, but you have control over your life and what you do with your actions, right? So you can choose to not participate in it anymore. So then that's the choice we have, right? So, and if you would say that, oh, but it's not okay to a human, but it's okay to an animal, then I would ask you, what is the morally significant difference between humans and animals that makes it okay to kill one and not the other?
No, it's not a good answer to that, because it's true what you're saying.
Yeah, I like your honesty. We haven't thought about things enough. We don't have maybe all the perspectives, and then sometimes we get new information and we can change our position, and that's fine. And it's
easy
great.
for me. It's easy for me to say because when we talk about it now, of course, I'm like, oh my God, everything you say is true. But that's the bad thing. We are selfish.
Yeah,
We're in a selfish
I agree.
And also,
world.
it's been like this for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, like today, with today's technology and everything, we don't need it.
Yeah, exactly.
However, it's like maybe a process to unlearn.
Yeah. So I really great points. So what I would say is that we've been conditioned, kind of programmed to a certain way of life. We've learned through our parents, our society, our friends, even school systems, commercials, all of these things. They've conditioned us, and we've created habits out from that. And we're so far removed from the victims in this process. We go to a store and we buy a neatly packed package with the body parts of someone else who didn't want to die. And we don't really think about it, right? And everyone around us does it. So we don't feel, it's like this very collective thing. And the more people who are in on it, the less guilty we feel because we're all like doing it and it's normalized. So it's harder to really think about it and see it more, I don't know, objectively or, yeah.
Can I ask you a question? If the animal did die for natural reasons, would you think it would be okay to then use it?
Good question. So I have kind of two answers to this, or it's nuanced. Like, if someone died of natural causes, or there was an accident, someone drove over someone and they died, I would say that for the individual that you are eating, it's already dead. So you're not making any harm or anything to that individual. But I would say that symbolically it's wrong because the mindset is the problem, because every action we participate in, everything we do, it stems from the mind. So when I see animals as products, as resources, then my actions will follow. So then I would think, oh yeah, but animals are objects or resources that I can use, so I will use it. And then it doesn't change my mindset, because then maybe I would say, oh, but I can eat an egg from a hen, and then maybe you escalate, right?
But eggs, I do think, is a very different thing than meat.
Okay, so
Eggs from like the chicken, to eat eggs, because then it's not harming them.
yeah, okay, so
If they're living in good farms.
So yeah, I can get into that. So yeah, were you satisfied with my answer? I think we shouldn't do it because it doesn't change our mindset, and symbolically we are saying to everyone else that it's okay to use animals. And for example, with a human, we wouldn't eat a dead human unless it was necessary for survival, because out of respect to that being, and we don't see them as resources, right? So that's what I would say. Have you guys, you've heard about veganism, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what do you think veganism is? Because many people get it wrong, so I just want to make sure.
It's no animals and no animal products. You're right, that you don't eat. And also, like with clothes, you don't wear leather or animal.
Yeah.
No, nothing animal.
Okay, great. So
I guess.
yeah, so veganism is an ethical stance.
Yeah.
It's not about health, it's not about environment, it's not about reducing suffering or anything like that. It's the doctrine that man should live without exploiting animals.
Okay.
So you reject the idea that animals are here for us to use and exploit and are seen as resources.
Yeah.
So would you say that that ethical principle speaks to you?
Speaks to me in...
Yeah, it speaks to you in like, yeah, oh, that makes sense, I agree to that. It's a good position.
Oh, yeah. I've read a little bit about veganism, and I do. So that's why I became vegetarian for a year. And I tried to become vegan as well, but obviously it didn't work out. But I eat more vegetarian than I used to. Yeah.
Do you think it's possible or logically to be against animal abuse but still pay for animal products? That's a tough question.
Yes.
So you think it's possible to be against animal abuse but still pay someone else to abuse animals for you?
Not to pay to abuse them, but I think it's...
Use them, exploit them.
Yeah, I honestly say that I'm against animal abuse, but I do eat chicken and eggs.
Yeah, but you know that when you
I
pay...
know maybe that's wrong, or what's it called, to throw stone in a glass house, if you heard about that expression.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I would say that I used to participate in this myself. I've been vegan for 4 years now, and I was eating tons of meat and eggs and dairy and everything. So I didn't think about it until I was 27. I'm 31 now. So I would say, I would challenge you a bit on that. I would say that it's hypocritical, because if you're against animal exploitation and use and killing, your actions are actually going against that when you buy animal products, because with supply and demand economy, you're kind of voting with your money. You're saying, I want this to the store, replace this for me, I want more. Because that's how supply and demand works. So you're sending a signal down the line, all the way down, where the farmer forcibly breed the animal into existence, and they eventually kill them, right? And they do it kind of on your behalf, because you started the chain of reaction, right? Unfortunately, that's the sad truth. Yeah, or to continue, right? So
We didn't start it.
But it's good that people like you are
Yeah.
putting focus on it.
yeah, so
But I do feel like the stores and Norway is being better. It's more
Yeah.
vegan alternatives, because
Yes.
before it
see
wasn't.
it.
It
Yeah,
wasn't
exactly.
any vegan alternatives. So now it's more. I think it's better
Yeah.
to eat meat one time a week than 5 times a week.
I agree. So I would say
small
that
steps.
it's like a spectrum. I would
Yeah.
say you have worst, best, and then you have a spectrum in between, right? But then I'm also going to challenge you a bit on that, and I would say that animal exploitation and what we do to animals, it's basically the biggest holocaust on Earth. We kill 70 billion animals, land animals, every year, and 1 to 3 trillion marine animals every year. So I would say it's one of the largest injustices that is currently going on. And would you have the same stance on other injustices, that we should reduce instead of just stop?
I'm not sure if you can answer.
Yeah, so for example, let me draw an analogy. So for example, let's say you have a person who beats his wife or his dog 7 times per week. And then he says, oh, but I have Mondays where I don't do it. You know, would you want...
Of course not, but I think that's in my opinion, I think that's not the same, because I feel it differently. But I just feel like it's better to do something than nothing.
Yeah, I agree, it's better.
It's better. But I'm agree. Of course, I understand what you're saying, and of course, I'm agree with you.
Yeah.
But I think it's not possible to get everyone in the world to stop eating meat.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe one day, but not now. And then I think it's better that if we're happy, if everyone does a little more, then like, no.
Yeah. So
Oh, yeah. And also it's the same with most things in
Yeah.
the world.
Yeah,
We
it's-
don't live in a perfect world.
yeah, we don't.
It's a terrible world. I just
Yeah, it can only be like, it's a slow process
Yeah.
with most things.
Yeah, I agree. And the thing is that there are wars going around in the world, but you and me, we're not participating in that war, right? But in today's society, most people are participating in exploiting animals through their everyday choices, and they have a choice, right? So I think, like you said, it's probably impossible to make everyone vegan, just like it's impossible to get everyone to respect women, to not rape them, to not kill, to not steal, right?
I think it's very good that you're picking your fights, and it's so good that you have like this big engagement. Engagement. And for me, it's other things that stands higher.
Yeah.
But I do agree with you, and I think it's very good. But as you say, it's not a perfect world, but I think it's better that.
And then maybe one day we'll feel fulfilled enough with vegetarian food only.
Yeah.
And maybe you won't eat chicken or eggs
Yeah.
Yep.
because you have other alternatives that you prefer even.
True.
Maybe.
Tonight, I promise,
prefer?
I want to eat anything.
Both of us.
You know, yeah, I mean, you don't have to apologize for me. It's the animals. But the reason why I'm standing here today is I've gotten aware of the atrocities that we put animals through, and I didn't before. And now I'm trying to speak up on behalf of the animals. And I think that you also, if you were in their position, you would want someone to speak up for you,
Of course.
right? And
Very good.
and make your oppressors stop, right? So right now, it's a harsh truth, but right now, through your daily choices, you are the oppressors of animals. and you don't have to. That's the nice thing. That's also what I realized. I feel like a huge hypocrite when I really connected with this, and I chose to stop. So yeah.
Very good. Now you may.
What?
So okay, I have.
Okay.
Do you have a bit?
Yeah, we have to run.
Do you have to run? Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting cold.
But I want to ask something.
Okay, sure.
Do you have any tips then?
Yes.
How to go vegan?
Thank you. Okay, so the main point that I try to get through with conversations like this is first focus on the ethical part and convince people ethically. And it seems like you both agree with the vegan principle that we shouldn't abuse and use others without their consent and, you know, infringe on their bodily autonomy and so on. And the hard part is because we're conditioned and been ingrained and we have habits and so on. So we have to kind of break with that, and we also have to look at ourselves and be like, shit, I've been participating in this and it's horrible. Okay, but you can change, right? And sometimes that's a very hard thing to come to, and look yourself in the mirror and be like, shit. And if I can get one of your emails, maybe both, and then I'm going to send you a document with different links and resources for finding more information about health, about ethics, about environment, if you also want to know the positives about that. And also a lot of scientific literature where you can see that eating a plant-based diet is, you can get all your nutrients except B12 you have to supplement. And all, yeah. So just help you to, also there's tons of recipes and all these things. So great. Yeah. So yeah.
YouTube channel?
Yeah, it's YouTube or Instagram and Instagram. Yeah. So you could also have that. And okay. Great.
Hey, thank you so much for watching the video. Remember to like the video if you liked it and leave a comment. Consider subscribing and sharing with your friends. Here are some other videos you might like. Until next time, peace.